Hello and welcome back to another TCG Live pack opening. Today we have 8 Scarlet and Violet Black Bolt packs. Though before we get into that, real quick, I don't usually do this type of thing, but I finally made good on my word and put out the 100 sub special stuff, or at least some of it. The TCG Live stuff, which if you're watching this you might be most interested in that, is already up with 24 packs altogether over various sets. I won't get into them all here. By the time this is up, 2 of the TCG pockets should be up. There'll be more down the line for another TCG pocket, and then 3 IRL videos. 2 are going to be shorts, 1's going to be an actual long form like this. But anyways, thank you for 100 subs, and yeah, we'll get into the video now. Ooh, starting off with a nice basic metal energy. Tranquil shuffling their way across the tree branch. Clink floating through the very lush forest. A nice X-ray shot of Sandile swimming through the sand. Prism energy. Go lurk as the sky shifts like a freaking spinning dial. Air balloon trainer. Be happy Palpitoad in front of the lake for our first reverse. A nice Dynamo swimming through the sea as the water bulges above them. For our second reverse, in our rare of the pack, is a very nice Meloetta EX, dancing around and singing while they do so. Drillbur popping his head up out of the ground. I love that little man. Patil amongst all the blooming lilies, I believe. I think those are Asiatic. Amogla having landed on the tree with their Pinap Berry. Darumaka running through the sands. Cryogonal under the northern lights. A wonderfully designed Scoldipede in the forest. That is one long name for whoever wrote this. I really wish I could read that right now. The Amoonguss on the dirt pile soaking up some sun. Ooh, a very nice Pokeball Seismitoad as they shake the earth all around them. An Unpheasant IR. Can't remember if the male is the one with the mask or the female is, but very cute either way. All bedded down in their nest amongst all the blooming flowers and such. Oh, wildflowers, I would suppose. Caracosta walking up on the tropical beach for the rare of the pack. Duosion floating through the swamps. Darumaka running through the sand. Clang floating over the house. Amogla with their Pinap Berry. Throw resting in front of the waterfall. This man doesn't have feet. He just has nubs. What? Oh wait, no. He has feet. He's sitting in traditional style. I see. Once again, the nice Scolipede in the forest. Energy Coin Trainer. Reuniclus also still floating around the same marshland / swamp from earlier. Clang over the house for our second reverse. And a nice Volcarona in the jungle for our rare of the pack. Fungus amongst all the glowing fungus. Golett resting on the steps. Girder on the job site. Maractus attracting customers to the shop. Crocodile watching the sand as it swirls all around. I really like the design for this one. Seeing all the sand float through the air is a fine touch. Once again, they heard I liked it, so they gave it to us again. Crocodile in the desert. Unpheasant flying over the mountains. Professor Juniper's research for our first or second reverse. First, ooh. Oh, I love this. We have a Bisharp IR that is essentially down in a pit while the 2 Bisharp go at it. I wonder if this is how they, how you would crown a King Gambit in the wild, because don't you have to take down a certain amount of Bisharp to be able to do it? I mean, it's a thing to think about. Ooh, followed up by the nice Superior EX in the forest for our rare of the pack. Nice, so we're about halfway there. Clang floating above the house. Pansage taking refuge from the rain under the giant leaf. Cub Chew looking a little bit scared in the frozen cave. Tynamo swimming through the sea. Reuniclus floating around the marsh. Lilligant floating over the blooming flowers. End's Plan Trainer. Fungus amongst all the glowing fungus for our first reverse. Second would be Cobalion walking the windy snowy mountains. And a nice Genesect EX for our rare as they charge up their beam. Which, we've been seeing a lot of EXs for this set, as well as the IR from earlier. I'm remembering, sometimes I don't. Axew climbing their way up through the mountains. Elgin floating high above the desert. Poniard dipping his blade in the water after having sliced up some leaves. Muna floating above the blooming flowers at night. Among Us on the dirt hill soaking up some sun. Chinchino watching the petal float past on the breeze. A Musharna floating around the same flower field as the Muna, but this time over the lake. Poniard dipping his blade in the water for our Pokeball reverse for the first. Second would be Sandile swimming through the sand. And our rare of the pack is the grown-up Beartic still living in the same cave. Said it before, but I'll say it again. I love it when you see Pokemon just are in the same area but evolved. It's a great fun thing to do. Couple of packs to go. Axew climbing through the mountains. Minccino dipping their tail in the water. Golett resting on the top of the stairs. Patil amongst all the lilies. Reuniclus in the marsh. Chinchino in the flower field. Pokegear 3.0 trainer. Tortuga swimming through the shallows of the sea for our first reverse. Second would be Larvesta watching something fly away in the wastelands. And our rare of the pack, another EX. Excadrill this time as they claw their way through the earth. Alrighty, it's come that time once again to find out is last pack best pack or not. If you're unfamiliar and you want some details, there's a video link down below. We have a... We'd have to get some good stuff to match it out today. We've seen a lot of fancy things. So let's see. Pansage taking refuge from the rain. Minccino dipping their tail in the water. The scared Cubchoo in the ice cave. Crocorock standing in front of the black pond. Air Balloon Trainer. Golurk as the sky changes on a spinning wheel. Musharna floating over the lake. Tranquil making their way across the tree branch for the Pokeball reverse to start us off. Second is a Clang IR in the abandoned warehouse. And for the rare of the pack, it's gotta be better than a normal EX. A Beartic Hollow in the ice cave still. A fine card that I love to see, but that's not gonna cut it for last pack best pack today, boys. Well, that's gonna be about it out of me. Though if you want to hear me yap about some more cards, there are daily uploads around here, some days more, so there's plenty of other openings already on the channel. Alrighty, as always, I hope you have enjoyed, everybody, and I will see you next time for another TCG Live pack opening. And once again, thanks for 100 subs. I'll probably say it about 15 times before it's over.